Hey everybody, Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we catch up with our outstanding student athletes of the week this week, our Saints of the week, but also we talked to Katie Houston earlier this week, GLVC Offensive Player of the Year, and a guy that's no stranger to winning the Defensive Player of the Week award, Kjaersgaard. And Christian, another outstanding performance for you last week, and it kind of helped on Sunday with Pontus getting you guys out of the gate early with a pair of goals in the first 3 minutes. Kind of made your life a little bit simpler.
Oh yeah, it was went pretty fast there before he scored. I think it was 47 seconds. But throughout the game, like William Jewell might not be the best team, but we went out there and we did our job and we put him away pretty early. That made my job much easier. And obviously that starts up top with Pontus and the other guys scoring goals, but as well with the back four and the midfielders that make my job easier.
You know, one of the things I think is sticking out this year, your save numbers are not as high as they were your first couple years, but I think that's a big testament to, Billy and Ewan and Andrew and those guys that have been in the back that have really just done an outstanding job on the defensive side. They aid you. Yeah,
they're very solid, and that's a word I like to use when I talk about a team. That if you're solid and you don't concede a lot of chances, then you always have a chance to keep a clean sheet. And then if there would be a chance that comes through, then I'm there. And as we've talked about before, that's why I'm there. And it's a team effort defending. It starts up top because, as you saw, it took 47 seconds before he scored. But that also starts out of us pressuring high, and that starts with forwards. So.
One of the things, too, with you've seen just the progression of, from your freshman year to where we are right now, and just the team, it just really feels like the freshmen have stepped in, and it's like they've never missed a beat. They've been playing with you guys, the upperclassmen, for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, we have a few guys that have made an impact right away, and that's always welcome in the team. When I first came in, the mentality we had was like, if we win a game, that would be great. Now, the guys coming in, they have a winning mentality, and that's something that we have brought into the team, and that helps us through the harder times when you can see a goal, or when we've lost, we come back.
One of the big things too this year is, how you guys have competed. I mean, beating Bellarmine 5-0. You've been in every game. I mean, obviously, I think that Illinois Springfield game is a game that we all just want to put on the back burner. But just looking at the results, we're beating teams that we've always struggled with in the past. And I think it has to do with the leadership that you, Billy Steinmack, and some of the other upperclassmen have really brought to the table.
I think it's about knowing what to expect. And in the past, everybody expected us to lose. Yeah. But now with some guys like Billy, his freshman year, I think they had 4 wins in total, and they know what it's like to lose, and they know that now we can win. We have the quality to beat every team. I mean, as you said, 5-0 Bellarmine, and if we just keep working on what we know that we can do, then we can beat any team.
How do you keep everybody grounded as one of the leaders this week? This is a big stretch for us, big 3 games. Rockhurst comes in, and we all know how good Rockhurst is, but we also know how good we are this year.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that we have to work with our skills. We can't affect what they do. All we have to do is put our maximum effort out there, and that's all we can do. They might have an amazing game, and we might have a terrible game. Yeah. Or it might be the opposite. All we can do is control our own performance.
Awesome stuff, and it's great to have the family in town for the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my dad has always been my biggest supporter. Was my coach growing up, and my brother I always competed against a lot when I was younger. So it's great having them here.
Awesome stuff, buddy. Good luck this weekend, and let's get a couple W's.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Christian Kjaersgaard, our Saint of the Week, our GLVC Defensive Player of the Week. He's won it 4 times in his career. Been an outstanding person in between the pipes for the Saints in their great run this year. We'll talk more with Christian over the weekend as the Saints take on Rockhurst and Drury right here at Maryville Field. For Christian, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.